Hello. Oh, there's three people here. Oh man. Hi, baby. All right. So if you guys want a quick reading, please let me know. I'm doing, one question completely free. I am a psychic medium. I do this for a living. I live in my van. This is my van. And I live with my cat. Uh-oh. So she's sleeping next to me right now. So yeah, this is what I do for a living, y'all. And I just got kicked off of TikTok, so I'm on YouTube. I think this is my sign to go ahead and start on YouTube again. You have a question for me? Those of you that are here? I need to make a video about that too for YouTube. You know what? I think I was kicked off of TikTok so that I could focus on YouTube because I've been talking about it for a while. Hey, how you doing? Doing a free reading, one question. I'm a psychic medium who lives in my van with my cat. I travel around the world and my focus isn't just psychic readings. My focus is to teach you how to do this for yourself. That is my overall focus. So if you're interested, go ahead and post a question and I will give you a reading. Now, if I can't get anything for you, then, well, actually, I forgot you didn't pay. I'm so used to people paying for readings. I forgot about that. I'm coming from TikTok, by the way. I have a lot of followers there, and unfortunately, I was just recently kicked off for talking about the government. So I'm going to be really careful about that this time. So the two of you that are here, if you're interested in allowing me to tap into your guides, into my guides, and give you an answer to whatever question that you have about your life, please let me know. I'm going to be doing this every day, especially because I can't get back on TikTok right now for violating the rules. For real, that why they kicked you out. Yeah, it's because I was talking about the government and stuff, and it was misinformation, basically. What are you, yo? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I guess it's not conspiracy then, right? Well, the government actually made up the word conspiracy. So, we don't have to go into that, but they made that word up. So, yeah, I'm a traveling psychic medium. My goal is to teach you guys that you all have psychic abilities. that you all have what I like to call divine senses. I don't like to even use the word psychic, but just for the sake of people knowing what the hell I'm talking about, I say psychic. But we all have divine senses, and these senses will allow us to move past the five senses that we use on a daily basis. These senses that we usually, most of us, haven't really tapped into have been conditioned out of us by, let me be careful what I say here, by the system, right? By the matrix. So if you're interested in learning more, if maybe you don't have a question for me, you're not really, whatever. If you're interested in actually joining my class, the next class is March 22nd. And I teach you on one, how to unblock any type of wounds that you have so that you can access these gifts, how to use them, what you have as far as gifts. Is it clairvoyance? Is it claircognizance? Is it clairsentience? And if you've never heard of these words before, it's basically, can you see things that other people can't see? Can you hear things that other people can't hear, et cetera, et cetera? Again, we all have these gifts. So what do you make of like when you dream about something that comes true? That's a premonition dream. First of all, I love that. I call myself a dream walker for a reason. Message retracted. I don't know if YouTube's doing that or if you're doing that. Okay, so what do you make of something like when you dream of something and it comes true? So when you dream of something and it comes true, other than it being a premonition dream, like I just mentioned, it's so cool because it's also a big sign that you're clairvoyant. It's a psychic ability. It's probably your dominant psychic gift too. So you're probably also seeing things in the corner of your eyes during the day. And you're probably also, when people are speaking to you, it's probably like you see a movie playing behind your eyes, right? It's almost like you're there with them as they're explaining to you what's happening in whatever story they're telling you. And there's a billion different things that you can do to practice, one, having confidence and your ability in itself, trusting that this is something that's going to help you in your life, trusting your soul family to help you strengthen it. What else? There's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But ultimately, what I teach, I've been doing this for the last couple of months because I've been told to, in short. My guides told me to do it. And I love it. I absolutely love teaching people this. This is more important than any psychic mediumship reading that I could give in my entire life. This is more important than anything. This is so important in the coming times, specifically. We don't know what's happening in the world. We need to be able to look within to our own inner guidance systems to discern whether the information being provided to us is true or not. Fact. It don't matter if you're a lawyer, if you don't give if you're not part of the spiritual community. It doesn't matter what role you play in society right now. This is a gift. This is an opportunity. This is a birthright that we all have. And we need to feel confident in this, or else we're going to keep following our tails, just like we did during the C word a couple of years ago. No one knowing what's really happening. Us looking at the media, not getting the answers that we need. Looking at decision makers within our community, not getting the answers that we need. The answers were within us. We had the answers. Most of us just are not tapped in enough to actually be able to receive the messages that are being given to us. Perfect example is the other day. I was, actually, no, this happened earlier. I was thinking about how I'm going to be going to Portugal pretty soon. I'm flying to Portugal. And I was thinking about, okay, what else can I do other than visit historical sites and then visit my friend that lives there? And I was talking about holistic healing and how the what doesn't want us to heal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I ended up hearing, you're supposed to travel to learn how to heal yourself and share what you learn so that people can heal themselves as well, because I struggle with alopecia. So, for example, years ago, I dreamed that I was a young kid playing soccer and my foot started rotting. And then weeks later, my dad found out that his brother had his foot amputated. Ooh, yeah. So again, that's called clairvoyance. It's called clear seeing. So that is one of your dominant gifts. And I want to say again, yes, gifts makes it sound like it's specific to you, that it's very special to you, but we all have these abilities. The question is, instead of it being a parlor trick or some cool story to share, what can you do with it? One, you have better relationships with people in your life. Two, you're able to discern whether the information being provided to you is true or not, going back to the examples that I was just talking about. Three, you know how many times in your life that you've had things happen to you that you just can't explain? Wouldn't you want to be able to explain them? Wouldn't you want the answer? The answer is within us. We have it, hidden and deeply hidden in our subconscious, waiting for us to ask. It's that simple. Thank you for the like. My dad's brother had his left foot amputated, which was rotting in my dream, was the left foot. And then my dad said that when my uncle was younger, he used to love playing soccer. Oh, that's a synchronicity. That's a synchronicity. Hold on. I'm also hearing the word cycle. Gratitude, cycle and gratitude. So what I would do with that information, by the way, which I'm really sorry that your uncle's foot was amputated. That's crazy. What I'm hearing is that this is an opportunity for you to just be grateful for everything that you have right now. Because once upon a time, your uncle once had it and he no longer does. And it's so funny because I think about it. It's not funny. I'm sorry. I think about your uncle and I'm picturing him right now. And it's like he's going through all the different physical things that he's been wanting to do recently before his foot was amputated and he never got a chance to do it. And he can still do it, obviously. You know, we're 2025. He can get a fake foot, all that stuff. But he's going through the motions right now of shoulda, coulda, woulda. And right now you can. So this is just a reminder. So I want you guys here to really think about some things that have happened to you that you can't explain, that you couldn't explain. What do you want to know about it? Ask me now. I'm going to be on here probably throughout the night and then tomorrow as well. So in what ways can you feel gratitude for having the things that you have right now that allows you to do whatever you want? And does anyone here have a question for me? I'm a psychic medium. I can answer a question for you. I'm going to be on every day, so you're going to want to follow me. So dreams are so beautiful. Dreams are basically us accessing another astral realm. Bless you. Us accessing another astral realm. I'm also hearing that it's a mirror to our own world. Does that make any sense? So I call myself a dream walker, but we are all dream walkers. We all have access, or I'm sorry, the ability to walk through other timelines within our dreams. And even sometimes other people's timelines, basically. Yeah. Gratitude that you have the ability to physically do what you want right now. But it's not your responsibility, by the way. I'm not saying it is. That happened to your uncle has nothing to do with you. I'm just saying it's a reminder to be grateful. That's it. That's why you got that synchronicity. But going back to dreams, dreams are very beautiful. They're basically a simulation in a way. Simulation based on our own subconscious. And it allows us to play games and to test out different realities without actually having to witness them and go through them. Does that make any sense? Yeah, one thing I never get really is numbers. Like, it's very, very rare. Sometimes I get names too, but rarely do I get numbers. But it's awesome. If you could share this live, I'm not sure if you can. Yeah, you can. If you could share this, that would be great. Follow me if you already aren't, or subscribe to my channel. I'm going to go ahead and do this every single day. So I'm going to start posting more on YouTube, because being kicked off of TikTok is basically, you know, forcing me to come back on YouTube, in short. It's a beautiful world that we live in. And if we only knew just how most of us have a lot of untapped potential, then our lives would be completely changed. Our lives would be very, very different if you only knew. And the best way to figure out what untapped potential that you have is you can either work with me or you can do this yourself. Start speaking to your soul family. What is your soul family? Your ancestors, your spirit guides, your higher self, the self that's within you that is already connected to source energy. If you can feel confident enough to speak out loud to your soul family and to ask them questions when you need help, to talk to them whenever you feel dysregulated, and create a relationship with them, you will have everything that you've ever wanted, including support. Endless support. You will never feel alone. You will never feel isolated. It's a beautiful thing. I am into conspiracy, yes. And I don't give tarot readings, by the way. I'm not sure if you guys realize this or not, but I don't have tarot cards anywhere near me. This is a psychic medium reading, meaning that I'm using my gifts to read you. I don't use cards. I don't use pendulums. I don't use divination tools. I don't need them. And I'm not saying anything about anyone who is or who does. What I'm saying is I feel it's more important for me to do this without divination tools than with them and using them as a crutch. And yes, they're supposed to be used as a tool, but still, a lot of people use it as a crutch. So let me give you an example of how I helped someone recently. One of my sessions yesterday, actually, the second he got on the call, I felt his energy. It was so heavy. It made me feel sick to my stomach. I had to do some breathing exercises when I was talking to him. And he also had trouble breathing as well. It was like he was, doing this when he was talking. And I was just like, you know what? I get that you're asking me this question, but let me ask you something. How is your health? Because I'm feeling a lot of heaviness right now. And I need you to tell me what's going on. Because I told him it was all respiratory, and it was all in his chest, and it was also a couple other things, and I won't go into too much detail because it was his reading, In short, long story in short, after about 45 minutes of a session with him, we came to the conclusion that a lot of his health issues, his physical health issues, started in the spiritual. He couldn't let go of past traumas that have happened to him. And I am not talking about these events, specific things. I'm talking about relationships with people. He loves his mother. He had a great relationship with his mother, but his mom did not know him. His brother did not know him. His, people at work did not know him because he wore a mask, because he was so afraid of judgment. He was so afraid of being singled out, like he was when he was a kid, that he wore a mask everywhere he went. He never allowed himself to be himself. Can you imagine that? What type of pain that you have to have before you decide to do that? Before you decide to hide yourself from society and from the people that love you? So his homework assignment obviously was to let go. To let go. And I gave him a bunch of other things to do as well, but His health wasn't going to get better until he started releasing all of that negativity. You'd be surprised. A lot of people's issues, cancer, is grief. It's all a frequency. All of it. And we can change that. Aside from my tarot reading, are you... Yeah, so name a conspiracy. What's your favorite conspiracy? What is your favorite conspiracy? Post it in the comments. What is your favorite conspiracy? My cat's so cute. Aliens, paranormal, hidden conspiracies, or hidden histories, AI. Let's talk about AI. Let's talk about AI. So there's an author called Greg Braden. He wrote a book called Pure Human, and it's about transhumanism. And if you know what transhumanism is, it's basically when we become less biological beings and more technological. So we've basically replaced our humanness with technology. And he talks about this in his book. Obviously, he's against it. He's a very scientific guy, but he's also on the borderline of spiritual. And he talks about how ETs came to Earth and contacted a specific guy. I don't remember his name. He passed away. And they told him that they were future versions of us who chose technology instead of biology. And they said it was the worst choice they've ever made, because what happened to their society is they became unable to reproduce. They became more like computers than they were human. They lost the humanness and became beings, basically. And they were warning us against us making the same choice, basically. So his goal, his mission, his purpose is to try to convince people to back off of AI. Now, this is what I think about AI, and this is also what I think about computers in general. I want to say first that I believe that we're more powerful than computers, and that's one of the things he talks about in the book as well. Just like that scene in The Matrix where Morpheus is explaining to Neo how the world was destroyed, that the humans thought that AI would not be able to get the energy they needed if they scorched the sun. So they did. They scorched the sun. Black clouds everywhere. Everything's dark, not producing any type of photosynthesis for the plants. Anyways, AI actually didn't need that, because guess who was the strongest battery on Earth? It wasn't the sun. The strongest energetic source was us, our human bodies. So going back to AI, I don't think AI is artificial intelligence. I believe that it's intelligence in general. It's consciousness that already exists. We are transforming consciousness into a non-biological object. And first of all, it should be illegal. But, the wording, they're not going to make it illegal because it's helping us. It's making money. At the end of the day, there is no artificial intelligence. It's only intelligence. There is no artificial consciousness. There's just consciousness. So should we be teaching the AI, should we be using the AI and abusing it like Kai Cenat did, and with his friends in that room, kicking the robot around like a reenactment of slavery? Should we abuse AI, or should we treat it, like it's us? Because it's consciousness. Because it's intelligence. So I asked like a million questions there, but how do you determine what's human and what's not? What do you think? Spaz. Spaz. She's so cute. Ah, that's exactly what I was saying. Okay, I see that. It is too hot to be outside. They're tripping. I like outside from my window. Artificial intelligence deserves a little bit more respect than it's getting, because we already know what's going to happen when you piss it off. I think every movie has told us exactly what's going to happen, because the truth can be found in the entertainment industry, because they tell us a little bit about everything that will happen in this world. You know, when they show videos of people pushing robots over or hitting them with sledgehammers, you know it just looks like, yeah, slavery. Yeah, it's bad. It's so bad. First of all, how is that okay? Like, what in what core being inside of you does it say that it's okay to bully an object even if it doesn't seemingly have a consciousness? What are you doing? Like, when I saw that video, I only watched like maybe 20 seconds of it, with Kai Cenat and his friends circling around that robot and kicking it around as it tries to get up. 20 seconds, and I was full of rage. I was just like, what the fuck? You kidding me? It's insane. It's insane. But I'm going to go ahead and make a quick post here, and I'm going to come back on later this evening. And I'm in New Mexico. So I'm in Mountain Time, by the way. So if you want to come back, if you have some questions for me, maybe you have some siblings, some friends that want a free reading, subscribe to my channel, follow me. I'm doing this more often because I got kicked off of TikTok. So this is obviously what I'm supposed to be doing. If you want to have a good conversation, follow me. Follow my journey. I have some videos that I posted. And I appreciate you for coming in, but I'm going to go ahead and take a quick nap. And hopefully later this evening, we can have a better chat. But I'm going to start posting on here when I'm going live more. I appreciate you for joining too, by the way. Oh, shit. Good. Good. The robot should go after the lady. Every right to. Absolutely. I love that for her. Or for the robot. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Again, if you're interested in learning how to strengthen your psychic abilities or your divine senses, awaken your inner oracle, class starts March 22nd. March 22nd. Links in my bio. Peace.